Good morning, loves. Donna Lynn here. I want to talk today about 4 simple ways that you can get started with a gratitude practice. 4 simple tips. So, if you haven't started a gratitude practice before or you don't have one, it can seem a little bit daunting and it can seem a little bit overwhelming. So I really wanted to just give 4 super easy ways just to kick it off, and or reminder if you have a gratitude practice and you've gone away from it, some easy little tips to bring you back to it. So the first tip is just get prepared. So I really like to have a pretty journal that's just for my gratitude practice and a pen. And that's the only thing I use it for. I don't put any other notes in that specific journal or that specific book. And I like to have a pretty one because it just reminds me to to use it. And why not have a pretty journal, right? So the second tip is it helps if you can choose a specific time of day to write in your gratitude journal. So whether that be first thing in the morning, as soon as you wake up, or on your coffee break, or on your lunch break, or if you like to do it at the end of the day to reflect on the day and think of all of the things that you're grateful for from that day, that's a really nice time to do it. That's when I personally like to do it, right before I climb in bed. I think it also helps to set the tone for your sleep. It helps release serotonin, which is the precursor actually to melatonin. So I like to do mine at night before I go to sleep. The third tip, be consistent. So give yourself that specific time of day and give yourself, 10 minutes. And if you know that in your pretty little journal at this time of day, you're going to give yourself 10, 15 minutes, whatever you need, whatever you can carve out for yourself for your gratitude practice. And then do that every single day, even on the weekends, even midweek when you're busy. It can be a very, very simple and helpful practice for mindset and shifting focus, shifting gears, and putting that positive spin back on your day, especially if you've had a tough day. Those are the best days to do your gratitude journal. The fourth tip is, I wrote myself some little notes, so I'm just taking a peek, is start simple. So if you don't have a gratitude practice, or if you've gotten away from your gratitude practice, really just start simple. Think of even just one thing that you're grateful for, one thing that you can feel appreciative for, one thing that made your day better, made your heart happy, one positive thing in your whole day. So simple, basic. If you one day have a flood of like 20 things that you're like, I just have to write all this down, amazing, absolutely amazing. But if all you can think of is just one thing, that is okay too. So my bonus tip, be gentle on yourself, especially on those days when you can only think of one thing, if that's a thing for you. If you can only think of 5 things and you usually write 10 or 20, you know what? That's okay. At least you thought of those 5 things. You reminded yourself of that one thing that went right, that one thing that felt good. And on the days that you write down 20 things, celebrate that day. That's absolutely amazing. Just be gentle on yourself. So get your pretty journal, set your specific time of day, carve out those 5, 10, 15 minutes for yourself. Be consistent, do it every single day if you can, and keep it simple and gentle. That is all you need to start a gratitude practice. Nice and simple, nice and basic. Just kick it off, just gotta start. Have yourselves a beautiful day. Love you all.